So in this video, we're going to cover India index and identify some of the trends in next couple of months coming through from the index and the sectors. We're going to look at some of the. I'll show you one example of stock which I invested last week and have been adding on to position with my real estate, and that stock went up 9% and it gave a great move. I just want to share that for example purposes so you can get some value out of this video so you can look for those patterns. And because that pattern keeps repeating again and again. We also look at the sector moving in the favorable zone, which we should keep track of going forward so that at least when the next leg of rally comes in, we are well prepared for that. And last, I will have a bonus point at the end, which I think probably might be useful for you, and I'll cover that at the end of it. So let's get started on this video. So coming back, let's look at the trends of the index. So what I'll do is for now, I will delete this. Okay. And if you want to join my Telegram channel, which is completely free, you can just join in because that's much easier for me to share the knowledge than coming and making this video because it's a lot of effort. But do consider subscribing to channel because I'll be coming up with a, interesting videos which can make your investing journey peaceful going forward. Market is about to start, but that's okay because I'm not expecting a big move. So first thing first, I what I do is I kind of make the list of all the indexes. As you can see here, I make an index for all the markets which I look at it and try and make the list such a way. So with that, what I do is I look at Nifty, which is my baseline, though I don't look at my headline index Nifty. I look at more sector, look at what's happening, and then try to, make my view on that. But if you do it this way, it might have some advantage because if you select all the indexes in one watch list and you just sort it out on a given day, now I know where is my Nifty. This is the pivot, right? Nifty, which was um, in last day of last week trading day was 0.85% down, and these were the sectors: utility, power, FMCG, which underperformed, private banks, MNC, infra, which basically fell more than Nifty. And I will get a view on it on daily basis. Okay, these are the sectors which you can anyway get it from any of the websites, but it's not trivial. But at least you get an idea on a given day that like IT was, in my view, was having a better performance against Nifty because it fell 0.82% as compared to 0.85% negative for Nifty. And you got Nifty Junior, Mid Cap 150, Large Cap, an equal weighted index, IT, BSE 200, and likewise you have Energy, which or like slightly underperformance was there. So I got a view on it. So let's start with quickly look at the Nifty. What am I looking at it? Because I don't want to make the video long. I know a lot of people complain that I go very slow. Again, you can watch it in different speed because YouTube provides you that capability of making a faster speed, and I do watch it in 2x speed most of my videos as well. But because for some of the viewers of mine might be new, they want to understand it slower, so I keep slow here. So I apologize for that. If you still enjoying the content, do consider subscribing the channel and hit the notification bell because you get notified, and also it feeds into the algorithm of YouTube for other like-minded people to join my channel. And I would urge you to please put comments below this channel. What was your takeaway so that at least other fellow investors can also learn from that. Thank you. And hit the notification bell and like the button because that way at least we get encouraged about making these videos because it's a lot of hard work. Now, as you can see here, what is happening for the Nifty? Okay, I generally start with the weekly basis so that at least I get a view here, right? And I have not made the video for a while, but last time, as people who follow me would have seen that making my videos regularly on Nifty. But what is happening on the weekly basis? If you look at it from the context here, because big picture is important, right? Let me first switch off the volume so at least I have the view, and I'll pull this down. So here is that. So after COVID crash, which is after COVID crash, it went up in a one-way leg up, which was amazing. Really, we all enjoyed that. If you're following me on this, and if you're part of my Telegram channel, I was sharing all the view here. Then it went literally sideways. But what is important to note here is the it was still making higher highs, and this was also the high. It was at least didn't break it. If you see, it was slightly higher, right? The low was here was, if you look at this, 16,747.7, and this low was 16,8286. So I will still consider as a low here. So it never break this. So it was making higher high, right? And now, if I look at it, it was in a range in a way. Like, let me draw this, and if I see that, yeah. So this was the previous high, and Nifty actually close above. So for me, it is still a positive view, but I can't rule out, as I mentioned in the Telegram channel, that I can't in this kind of bull market. To me, this is a new trend which has started after so many weeks of sideways movement. Though there has been a good rally up, which is the Nifty has been up 15% from this low, which was 16,743. You might get to see some pause, right, as well before it moves up. But this is the context I want to give you here. But if you look at it in daily chart, which is not of much of importance for me because I don't look at it, I try to, as part of my peaceful weekend investing strategy, I look at more for the medium to long term. Though I have a short term strategy, but I generally don't share that in public. And I am seeing that at this point, after rally, it is going to be a pause a bit in before it moves further. But overall, the trend is looking very positive. Now let's look at sectors which probably might be of my interest, which probably setting up nicely, and you can also look at it. Again, go back to this is Nifty IT. My view on IT is at this point it is sideways because nobody's talking about it, and that's where I love to be part of it because auto sector has been booming, and we know JB Automobile, which is an ancillary one, which we had a stupendous run, which I shared on my Twitter and Telegram on the Trading View, right? You can follow me on Trading View because I keep sharing a lot of charts here. For example, and because sometimes much easier here rather than like this particular one trade where I shared my view on JB Auto, and that was like, is it rally for the 100%, which I updated on 6th, but overall I gave my trade plan on June 15th. I gave the view. June 29th, I said, okay, it's rocking. July 2nd and July 4th, where I said now, because there was a shakeout done, not that I'm not negative on this one, but there was a shakeout done, right? And on the weekly chart, you can see kind of literally it's a formation which is telling the bulls and bears are not in a line, so we don't know what will happen at this point. So I kind of booked profit, and there was a shakeout of 10%, 12.65%. But after so much of swift rally from here, from this base to 44%, I think 12% down is okay for me. Still, you would have made a good gain. I have a last tranche left, but I'll look and keep following that. But coming back to our topic, index. Now, IT is something which I think you should keep in radar because I think there is some merit to it. And baseline theory is that at point there'll be a shakeout because Nasdaq has rallied a lot in coming days, in the hope that there'll be an interest rate cut. But I think chances are there'll be a couple of interest rate hikes which will happen, which means there'll be a correction or a swift correction which can come in Nasdaq, which means our CNX IT in India market will also underperform. But the structure here, if you look at it on the weekly basis, you don't see any trend here. But let me, so it has been in sideways for how many weeks? It has been in sideways for almost 343, 1 year, right? And it has formed a base here nicely. So there's a one base, two base, and now it's kind of trying to give was trying to perform. So I think this is a box kind of thing. People call it a box theory, whatever it is, but this is where it is going inside for last 1 year. Now it can go up, it can go down, but I think this is where we have to analyze what's happening and look at specific stocks in this sector. So that's one sector analysis for you. Another sector which probably might be of your interest is banks are anyway there, so I'm not going to cover that. Is steel sector, and in steel sector specifically, some of the stocks which probably should be in your radar in Tata Steel, Sale. Again, no recommendation, please. I'm just giving my analysis, which I do every week as part of Peaceful Weekend Investing. But something which you can analyze yourself is what's going on here. Sale, I think, is area where you have to look at it, because after a rally which happened in 2021, it corrected, and now it's consolidating. All right. So that is the view which is there, and could again go up or down. That's something we have to look at it. But something on the weekly chart, it's showing consolidation there. And Tata Steel anyway, and the government having a lot of push in terms of infrastructure, it's a thing. And again, you see the similar structure, up, sideways, and it's just kind of consolidating here. So steel is another sector which I'm kind of looking at it. IT, steel, when nobody's talking about it, it's just under the radar now, but have a look at it. Okay. And financials are one of them. Now, coming to the other part of my, so I've covered the sector analysis, I've covered the some of the indexes. I'm not going through each and every index because um, FMCG and all, because that's where it is just, as you can see, there's clear trend. So there's absolutely extended. So risk reward ratio is not there. Public sector enterprise is again booming. So you can look at areas where it is. Reality is another one which has given a huge leg up. Again, now it's coming to resistance. So you have to be careful. But again, this is positive for you. I'm playing this reality in a basket format. So I'm picking up some stocks which are showing some strength and trying to see. And if you can go and check out my video on DLF, probably get a very good context. And no recommendation and disclaimer, I have a position in DLF as well, right? And some of the other stocks in reality. Keep following me in this. Probably I keep sharing a lot of things on the Trading View, Telegram, so at least you get a context of it, so you can learn from this whole process. I'm also a student, I'm also learning. I'm just kind of sharing my views here so that everybody can benefit from it, because it doesn't harm me for sharing this knowledge. Again, oil and gas has been also in a good rally up, so you can I think a lot of IOC and all last week had a good pop, so you can look at that. Okay, so an auto is anywhere rocking like crazy. Okay, so you can see here Maruti is almost coming to near all-time high, and just a sector we have to watch out for. And but what I am expecting, I will tell you at the end. What's that is a bonus part which I'll tell you. Okay, now coming to very interesting part of it, my trade which was last week. Now this is a stock called Max India. Okay. Now, again, because it's from the sector, financial sector, so I love financial sector because something which I have been in fintech domain, I understand that. Now, this was my trade. As you can see in arrow mark here, 3rd July, 6th July, 7th July, and I kind of made the position here. But the idea is to share with you not any, about boosting myself. I'm just trying to tell you that I was also learning, okay, can I see this? And this is kind of part of it, which I tell my students and people who follow me, especially in more advanced age. I just want to share with you. So if you can see here as in template, okay, and which keeps happening. So this is kind of an VCP pattern, which Mark Menevy keeps saying, or volatility contraction pattern. But if you look at it on short of it, what is going on here? It's a complete consolidation, or some kind of base formation which is happening with so much of low volume here, right? The volumes are low, and moment you see it is kind of, people were like stressed out, like, oh, what's happening? Not many have bellwether to hold this, or the value investors who know the value of this company, they're doing research, they keep buying on it. Then then comes in again a dip, because people who made profit, okay, people who made profit here, they probably are coming out, so that's fine. And then the new leg up. But look at the volume here. The volume is going up straight away. That means strong hands are coming in. Again, there's a pause, right? Because there are people who have invested and they must be sitting in a profit, so they are exiting, and boom, there is some institution buying. This volume tells you that somebody big investor has got in, right? And if you look at my trades which were happening, right, and they were happening around this period where it was coming out of the bases, right, and that is where I kind of got interested in it. And I just want to share with you that last week I got some nice gain in short web. So what I like to do is when I make an investment, I'm not at all a value investor. Um, I'm not a growth investor. Kind of do my own analysis to make sure that whatever trades I'm doing at least is working in my favor. If it's not working in my favor, I'm just getting out and letting move use my capital to other stocks, because otherwise I'm stuck in one company for long, and I have done that mistake many times, and I don't want to do that. Okay, so hope you got that perspective. Okay, and that was there. And now this part is what I was trying to tell you as a bonus element, which is you might be waiting for, is always look at it. And I take this as an example, right? Is if you find and take a picture of this and look at it, right? If you find some stocks which are forming this base and going into this contraction thing, right? You can look at it, what's going on in, and if you add the volume to it, okay, and for such stocks, if you want to track, what I do is I look at stocks which are either in close to 52-week high and 10 to 52%, like 52-week high, 20% below 52-week high. Or you can also filter stocks which have gone up 20% in 1 week, or you can look at stocks which have gone up 25% in last 1 month, because that's where your chances are you'll be able to get this. Because if you look at this rally, right, and that is, and I put a scale here from this base, so it has gone 31%. So if you do a query, okay, and stocks which have gone up in last 3 months 25% or 30%, you can get those stocks and wait for the contraction to happen. And when I say contraction, it should be volume contraction and also the candle contraction. So when I say candle, because each candle is a daily candle, and you can follow this pattern both in weekly, monthly, oh sorry, weekly and daily. But if you look at it here, the volumes are going, it was going down, and volumes are also going down at the same time. Okay, I hope you're seeing the chart here very clearly. And then you have a rise in volume, and then again a pause, and pause was with the very low volume. And then you see the volumes pattern here which is emerging, which means somebody who knows a fundamental story about it. And that's where I get interested. I want to study more about this company. I've already in a profitable position, and now I don't want to keep looking for new ideas. I want to just study about Max India, what's changing. Is a sector change happening? Is a company specific change happening? Or is a new trend overall in the industry happening? That way I'll be in a better position to have the better conviction to hold it for long term. I hope I got you some value from this video. If you are staying till the end, really thank you for that. And I think you should do a pat on the back, because you got some nuggets here which you can apply in your journey. This video is going almost close to 20 minutes, and I tell you that investing, if it was easy in 1 minute, it can be only for enjoyment. What I share here is for pure learning, and those who stick on to it get value out of it. So I give you more power to you. Please write down top 3 learnings below this video. What did you get out of it? And I love to read the message and reply to you personally. And let me know what are your questions, so it can help me make more videos and solve your problems. Thank you so much. This is Shivendra Bhatia here, signing off, and wish you a great peaceful weekend investing ahead. And please don't miss out on subscribing to my channel and hit the notification bell. Till the next video, bye bye.